If you're looking for an amazing community on the Upper South Hill in the Glen Rose neighborhood that you could build a custom home, then this one is for you. We're checking out Paris Homes' Trickle Creek neighborhood and some lots that are not yet released, and I wanted to give you just a quick tour of the area so you can make a decision if this could be a spot for you in 2025. Let's check it out. Hey there, if you don't know me, this is Haydn Halsted, your real estate resource here in Spokane. My team helps people just like you buy, sell, and invest here in the Spokane area every single day, and we love doing it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and use the link down below to schedule a meeting with us at a time that's convenient for you. So this is Trickle Creek. We are on we're walking the 7th phase right now, which has not broken ground yet. They've just started subdividing some of the lots. They're currently working on finishing up phase 5, working through phase 6, and then phase 7 is here as well. But I was just working with a client that is looking to build a custom home, and they're deciding if Trickle Creek is the right neighborhood for them. And Paris said that we could look at this phase 7. So even though these are not listed on the MLS right now, you guys could potentially move into phase 7 right here, but we'll show you what phase 6 looks like, and phase 5 I believe is totally sold out at this point. But Trickle Creek is a pretty big neighborhood. It's been being developed since 2006. You could go buy a resale home. I think there's one on the market right now that was built in 2006, and you could be in that $600,000 to $750,000 range depending on the year, size of house, all that kind of stuff. But these homes generally are going above $900,000. The cool thing about Paris Homes though is that they can work within your budget within reason. Obviously they aren't probably going to build a $400,000 house out here, but you can sit down with them. We just went through this process where you can completely customize the home. So they have their standard floor plans. You can go on their website, look through their standard floor plans, but then they probably have 20 to 40 other variations of said floor plans that they have designed for other customers. And so you can pick a floor plan as a basic start, but then sit down and design it. And so they can take a 3-bedroom or 4-bedroom, 3-bath house, turn it into a 5-bedroom, 4-bath house. They can add additional bathrooms, additional bedrooms, things like that. If you want a super long garage, they can make those additions. And so some of the floor plans that I've been walking with Paris, they've commonly been adding a whole like guest suite in the basement. So generally they would only have 2 bedrooms and a bathroom in the basement, and then have the rest of it be just kind of an open floor plan. But what they're doing is actually adding a 2nd bathroom in the basement and having a whole corner of the house be this entire guest quarters. It has its own ensuite bathroom, large walk-in closet, and so it's really good for a mother-in-law setup, having a really private guest room situation or something like that. So totally customizable, super high-end finishes, but you even get to pick like your roof pitch, things like that, which I'll show you some examples in the neighborhood as we're driving by. But you can do more of a modern, like angled one. You could do a gable roof, and so basically all options are available for your custom build here in this area. And just a little bit about the location. Trickle Creek is right off of Glen Rose up on the Upper South Hill. It's kind of cornered in between Glen Rose and 37th. This final phase 7, as I've walked up the hill here, sorry if I'm breathing a little heavy, just it's a lot to talk, but they've cut in off of 37th down there. So now there's an extra access point. Trickle Creek used to only be accessed up on Glen Rose. But it's a really beautiful setting. You're right below Tower Mountain. You can see the clouds just right today, just kind of settled right underneath the trees there. And it's just a really nice view. We're completely surrounded by trees on this side here, but you can see the mountain up there, and my iPhone camera doesn't really do it justice, but it looks really nice over that way. And then depending on what you prefer, this is south here. You can see the sun up behind me heading over east to west this way. So you'd have options of which way you want your backyard to face. This side here is gonna get more of the morning sun. This side over here is going to get the evening sun, and so you can take your preference there. One other thing I wanted to mention about this area is that if this price point doesn't make sense for you, There is another builder building right across the road up the hill next to Chase Middle School here. And I should mention that we are walking distance to Chase Middle School. It's just up the hill here. So very convenient for any families that have those middle schoolers. And then Ferris High School is just up the road, not too far, easy drive from here. But there was some farm acreage that was sold and is being developed. Don't know the builder just yet, hasn't really been announced. They're just now starting to do some infrastructure. So as soon as I find out who that is, I will let you guys know. So make sure to subscribe so that you get that information as soon as I update it. So I think some people can think it feels a little far out being up here, but I truly think it's a pretty dang convenient drive almost anywhere. You're about 5-6 minutes from Target, which then is surrounded by tons of different food options up here on the South Hill, grocery store on 57th, easy access and things like that. And so you really have access to majority of your amenities here off of 57th and Glen Rose. And then to get downtown, it's probably a 12-15 minute drive from here for those nights when you're going out, want a nicer meal, or going to the symphony or something like that. But you're surrounded by rural acreage. It's really quiet around here. I mean, I have like one car driving by every, I don't know, 45 seconds or so. Like, it's pretty dang slow. 37th is kind of your main road in and out of here, so they can get a little bit busy. So if you're building up on the hill though, you're really not going to notice. It would just be some of these lots closer to the street that'll see that more often. And I mean, they're not even really building that close to the street. The last lot's at least 200 feet off the road. So it's really a quiet area out here. All right, but let's go drive through some of the old Trickle Creek so you can get a feel for the neighborhood as it's built up, because obviously this is just dirt lots and it's hard to see what a finished product by Paris Homes looks like. So let's go check that out. All right, so this is driving through just the older phase of Trickle Creek here, just seeing some of the finished products that Paris Homes has put up here in the past. But obviously you can see that lots of homes have their own custom finishes. But as you can see, most homes have their a similar feel, similar design, but their own custom finishes and things like that. And then on the inside is really where you get the bulk of your choice, because obviously they don't have to pass architectural review as much or anything like that. But you can really go crazy with the level of finishes that you want on the property, whether you want to go really high end, you want to keep it kind of basic, things like that. Like I said, they will work with your budget on these, just to make sure that you can get in here within reason, you know? Paris has been a builder here in Spokane for over 45 years. It's a family-owned business. Paris is the last name. The guy who founded it, his son Kurt is now starting to take over, and so that's who we met with at that point. And so they're continuing on the legacy, continuing being a high-end quality product here in Spokane. They've had subs that have been working with them for almost that long, 30 plus years, 20, 30 years. And so the quality of the contractors that they have working on these properties have a strong relationship with them. They're not just a quick builder that's looking for whoever has the first availability. They have people that are very dedicated to the Paris Home brand. So you can be assured you're getting a super high quality build here. And if you want some choice, you're definitely gonna have to pay for it. It's an expensive home, but this is a great builder to partner with. So if you are interested in the Trickle Creek neighborhood or any other new construction here in Spokane, my team loves to help with that process, give you all the information of neighborhoods like this, things that you can't necessarily find on Zillow, like our phase 7 here in the Paris community. So if you would like that inside information, we don't just give it out to anybody. You got to reach out to us directly, and we'd love to be a part of your journey here in Spokane. Reach out using the details down in the description, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.